Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. I'm aiming for the sky. Everyone got stories. So let's start listening.
Hey everyone, RG here and welcome back to a brand new Sims 4 Speedrun on the channel. What's up people, what's up my friends, I hope you're all doing amazing. And today people, you are gonna enjoy this. I think you're gonna enjoy this because this is one of the coolest builds that I ever made. Now that we have high schools in the game, I can finally do it. And I wanted to do that or something like that for a long time, for a really long time. But now we have the high school in the game and we can do that. So this is a futuristic high school. And you know what? I really love this build just because I used those rounded walls quite a lot. Now, yes, I know people, they're quite buggy and well, we need to work with it, so I do apologize for some areas that are gonna be a bit buggy. I do hope that they will fix that in the future, but for now, you're gonna need to just roll with it, okay? But yeah, you know what? First of all, let's talk about this awesome. I don't know how I call that. I call that like a high-speed eco train, something like that. It's based on those super hyper speed trains that you can find around the world. I do know that there are some trains that can go as far as like 200 miles per hour, something like that, something really crazy. So I thought, why not to add to our high school build some sort of a way or like a transportation for the people to come over here. And well, you probably noticed that I'm kind of using quite a lot items from Get Famous. Those are the prop items that you can find in the acting stages, not acting stages, but you know, in the actor career, you can go over to a studio, find some props lying around, do some commercials, stuff like that. So those are the items that came with a Get Famous pack, and I'm gonna use them quite heavily in this build. Why? Because they're kind of the only futuristic stuff we have. So I work with them, I work around them, I use a lot of rounded walls. I'm gonna use, you know what, I want to give you some numbers just to you know, to be all on the same page. So we are, first of all, if you didn't figure that out by now, we are on a 64x64 in a Copperdale. Copperdale is the new map with high school, with the high school pack. And right now you can see me playing around with some rounded walls. As I told you, they are gonna be quite buggy. Some areas are gonna be glitchy and maybe not closed, fully closed, but I tried to work around with it and I really wanted to use that rounded shape quite a lot in here because in my mind, the way I see it, if you go to, well, it's not just in my mind then, if you go to Google and search for futuristic design, stuff like that, you're gonna find many builds, like concept builds, that are using the rounded shape. And I think because many people believe that in the future, round or circle is gonna be the main, I don't know, shape to go with a futuristic design. So I kind of took those ideas from Pinterest, from Google Pictures, stuff like that. And yeah, right now you can see that that really cool shape. I really love that shape. I really love that shape. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below. But wait a minute. Some numbers. 64x64 in Copperdale. This is the only place that you can place a high school, and it's gonna be functional. You know what? One of the things that I kind of don't like is the fact that only on this lot, only in this map, you can have high school. Now, I can understand the fact that The Sims wants to have more specific area for high schools because you do have that big field behind the school itself. And they want it to be special, and they don't want to have high school all scattering around all the maps and so. But let's face it, I think they could have made it possible for the fact to, or to the degree of making one of the lot in, like, not one of the lot, but making high school as a type of lot, and then you can place it wherever you want, and it will be high school only if the you own the high school pack. You know what I mean? That's what I want to see. In the future, maybe they will bring this to the game. I doubt it, people. I really doubt it. But I really hope that they will do that, because that will make all the high school, I don't know, feeling or vibe to be a bit more realistic, a bit more alive, at least for me, because then you can actually play some other high school designs. For example, the high school for rich kids that I made. By the way, if you missed that, go check that out. Something really, really cool. So you can place things like that in more suitable environments in different type of maps. You see where I'm going with this? So I really do hope that they will bring this option to the game in the future, but I kind of doubt it. But anyway, okay, some numbers, kind of drifted. Yeah, by the way, if you are new to the channel, this is me, I'm RG, and I'm kind of like that. Sometimes I'm drifting from the topics to make some other topics, and it's quite awesome, because, you know, we are talking vibing. Okay, I want to let you know what you're gonna find in this build, and because this is actually something very, very important for you to know. Definitely, if you are one of those simmer who like to play the game and make everything like, you know, you know what your sim life's gonna be like and how they're gonna live it. If you are planning in advance and you know that you want to have a Sims growing up in high school and then go to university, and then he needs to be, I don't know, or you want him to be, not needs to be, you want him to be, I don't know, in specific career, that's definitely a build for you. And for a moment, I'm gonna stop myself right there, because right now you can see me creating the basketball court, which I use something really, really cool to create the entrance. Because I'm using those prop items, you can see those futuristic prop items from the Get Famous pack. Sims cannot go through them, they are solid, they cannot go through them, and I still wanted to have that basketball court inside of this really cool shape that you can make with those prop items. However, because you cannot go through them with your Sims, I had to be creative, and I used the elevator trick that I shared in one of my shorts. Elevator trick, you know, using the those gates from Realm of Magic. One of them will basically be the entrance, the other one will be the exit, and they work both ways. Don't worry, it's not that the Sims cannot go through like the entrance and that's it. The entrance is only entrance. It's not like that. They both work both ways. So I use that trick to create an entrance for this build, and then the Sims will teleport inside. Something really, really cool. You're gonna see that in a bit. Actually, I think you're gonna see that even at the end in the tour. You're gonna see maybe you're gonna see one of the Sims actually going inside. Anyway, what was I saying? I think I was drifting. Oh yeah. So if you are if you are one of those simmer out there who really love to plan ahead the Sims life in their save file or in their game, this build is actually meant for you if you want to have a Sims that is gonna apply to Foxbury University, because all the things are in here are more tech related or more tech specific, let's call it. As you can see right now, there is even a space place or a place to do rock science, right? Rock science? Is that rock science? I think it's not rock science, rocket science. Rock science? Okay. So this is the place to actually, multiply your sim rocket science skills. So yeah, your Sims will be able to your teenage Sims will be able to even use and practice rocket making. And by that, they will increase their rocket science. Yeah, I made that right this time, a rocket science skill, and they will be more ready for Foxbury University. And not just this, and by the way, I playtested it. Teenagers actually can, if they if they paying the fee of 1,000 simoleons, they can build their own rocket science quite early in their life. Yeah, as teenagers, they can do that. You just need to pay that 1,000 simoleons fee to start building the rocket. But anyway, I wanted to let you know that because this futuristic build is, well, in my mind, futuristic, and I try to make this high school really futuristic in even the things that they are teaching here. So the things that they are more focusing on, those are the more tech stuff. So you can find, I love doing that. So you can find in this high school, let me check it, where is it? You're gonna have a basketball court, which is something that you just saw. This is no tech related, but I just wanted to let you know what are the things that you're gonna have. You're gonna have a basketball court, you're gonna have a robotic class, you're gonna have rocket science place to increase your rocket science skills, which is the things that you just saw, and you're gonna have a computer room, and of course you're gonna have library, which is not gonna be so detailed with books, because I don't believe in the future there's gonna be libraries scattering around high schools and stuff like that. And by the way, a quick stop right now, you can see me creating some sort of a transportation, because I don't believe that in the future those yellowish high school buses is going to be the thing that will bring the school's students into school, right? So this is supposed to be the futuristic high-tech transportation. Kind of used one of the spaceships from Journey to Batuu, and used those sleeping pods, those futuristic sleeping pods, to cover it up and maybe give it a bit more futuristic design. Let me know if I managed to give you that vibe of futuristic vibe. Let me know in the comment section down below. But so wait, where was I? Oh, so the other things that you're gonna find in here are 2 classes room and high-speed eco train, which is the eco train, which is the train that you can see in the middle right there. It's not functional, of course. It's more for the vibe of this build. I think I told you that one time, and I will say that again and again. If you are new to the channel, I'm making really bizarre and different type of builds, and sometimes you need, in order to give feeling, or in order to give more of a feeling, let's call it like this way, more of a feeling to a specific build, you need to create some stuff that are not functional, just to create environment. You know what I mean? So some stuff in this build are not functional. By the way, one of the things that you're watching me creating right now, those are, I call them like transportation pods. And the idea is you know, that those pods are hanging, and then they're dropped into those holes, and they will pop in a different place in the world, or different place in the Sims world. All right. So this is another way basically to move from one place to another, and it's supposed to be, you know, just like private, I don't know, futuristic, I don't know, cars. Those are not cars, but you know what I mean. This is another way to move from one place to another that I thought might be cool as a futuristic design. Anyway, so as I was saying, sometimes you need to create something that is not really usable in order to give a bit more of a feeling to the build. And I am blabbering quite a lot right now, and you can see that we're actually at the end of the exterior of the build, and in a bit we're gonna be in the inside of it, which I think I covered all the things that you can see. Let me check. Yeah, I think I did. Oh, of course, the principal room. You're gonna have that also. And one of the things, you know what? One of the things that you're gonna see me using quite a lot in this build, and I'm super happy that they brought it to us. And I think it's part of the high school life pack, are those neon strip lights that hanging from, well, basically wherever you're gonna place them. But yeah, and right now we are inside, and this is more of the opening area, I don't know, opened area, just like holes and stuff like that. You're gonna find some trophies around here. Because this is a futuristic build and they are more specific or more focusing on computers and stuff like that, you're not gonna find a lot of trophies lying around here, because I don't think that in the future they will have those futuristic tournaments to earn trophies for specific thing. I don't know. And over here I placed one of the I don't know, tiny deets, you know, tiny deets, people, tiny deets. I decided that around this build there are gonna be some tech, let's call it treasures from the past, that are supposed to give the people who, you know, being around here or learning here, those students, to give them a taste from what it used to be or what was the first thing. So you can see over there in the cage there was like old computer, and it's supposed to be like a legacy computer, and over there you can see like an engine, stuff like that, things that maybe they're not using anymore in the future. And yeah, and I don't know why, but in my mind I see that in the future some of the plants, or maybe even most of them, are not really green. They're more like red. I don't know. That's the vibe I got when I looked for some futuristic design on the net. So I'm gonna use some of those kind of, not crimson, a bit more purple-ish red plants scattering around, just to give that futuristic vibe. I don't know. Let me know if it gives you the futuristic vibe, those different types of colors of plants. And right now we're creating the library, and I stated at the beginning that the library, in my mind at least, is not supposed to contain many books, because if you're asking me, in the future we're not gonna have much books. Now I'm not talking about like 10 years from now, 20 years from now, I'm talking about 100, 200 years from now. I don't think that we're gonna have books, because everything is gonna be probably on chips, not French fries. You know, I'm talking about I'm talking about those chips in computers, or maybe in our brain. Who knows, right? So you're not gonna have a lot of books over here. It's more for the feeling of library, and in fact, because you need to have library in your high school builds. You know, one of the things that I had to deal with when creating this build is the fact that most of the items that we have in the game are not futuristic at all. Nothing over there is feeling futuristic. Just some items, okay? Nothing, but some items, and I had to work with them. And because of that, I don't know, it was quite challenging to create this, because some of the things I actually had to create from scratch. Right now you can see me I had to create those lamps over there, and then I use one of those hovering lights from, I think it's from the sorcery pack, how do they call it? Realm of Magic? Yeah, that one. And I place them on those hovering balls. By the way, you need to activate them. I will try to upload this build to the gallery if all the objects are already activated, like this one right now that I placed in the middle of those tables. Those are supposed to be something galaxy. I don't remember the name of the object, but it's supposed to be something galaxy, and it is like holographs, I think, of some sort of a planet, something like that. You need to activate them in order for them to actually appear. So I will upload this build to the gallery if everything is activated, but I don't think you will get them activated when you download them. So make sure to do that, so you will get the full vibe of futuristic. And right now, yeah, I'm kind of at the end of it also already, but this is the dining area, and you're gonna have over there also some areas to grow some stuff. I don't know what you're growing in the future. What you're supposed to grow in the future? Some eating man's plants, stuff like that. I don't know. But I place over there some pots that you can actually increase your gardening skill even, and maybe work on them a bit, because if you want to be a scientist, if you want to be a scientist in the Sims game, you actually need to have gardening in high skill, like high level. So as a high level. So I place over there some pots near the wall. You can reach them, and you can increase your gardening skill also as a teenager. So at the end, this build, as I was saying, is actually really good for a teenager who's really want to be like a scientist in the future, or want to get a degree in Foxbury University, definitely a great place for your Sims to go to high school, in this futuristic high school. And right now we're creating the robotic area. By the way, that screen over there, that futuristic screen over there, is part of Journey to Batu, one of the only items that I can use that doesn't really give or give away the fact that I'm using Journey to Batu. It just looks like a big screen from the future, something like that, right? And oh, so that actually leads me to one very important thing, people. If you want to play this build, you need to have a few packs in your game, otherwise it will just not gonna feel futuristic, or it's not gonna look just like this. So first of all, of course, you must have the high school pack in order to place it and to work with it as a high school. Now, the other pack that you must have is Journey to Batu, because I used quite a lot of futuristic kind of look-alike items from that pack. Another pack that you need to have is the Get Famous pack, because the basketball court and many of the items in here are from that pack. I even think that those railing around those stairs are part of that pack. Not quite sure, but many objects are from that pack. You definitely need to have it. And one last but not least, actually, those are those strip lights, those bluish strip lights all around scattered that actually give you the vibe of the future, let's face it. So those items are actually part of Dining Out or Dine Out pack. This is not an expansion pack, it's a game pack, but definitely you need to have it. Otherwise you won't have those bluish lines all around, you know what I mean? And so yeah, I do hope that you do have those packs in your game, and then you will be able to have this build at least look like a futuristic design. You know what I mean? And of course, if you have all the packs that I'm using in here, it will be the best. And yeah, right now, those are the lights I'm talking about. Those are the holographic lights. I kind of rotated them with the tool mod. By the way, you don't need to own it. I know many people are, every time they're asking me, do I need to own it, you know, to load your creations? No, you don't. You don't need to do that. That's why this build is still counted as NOCC object, because I'm not using anything other than the items in the game. You don't need to download anything from the outside, you know? Okay, so this is one of the classroom. The other classroom is on the other side of the wall, and it's basically the same, just in a bit different shape, I guess. Oh, and people, one very important thing that I want to let you know is, well, you're noticing that this is the high school build that I'm making, futuristic high school build, and there is no auditorium that is compatible with this build of mine yet. Now, if you want me to create an auditorium, the only way for me to know that you want that, it's not by, well, you're more than welcome to leave a comment and say that you want me to create an auditorium, but actually the real way for me to know that is by the number of likes. Because if you like this build and you want to have a compatible auditorium with the same vibe, with the same design, let me know that by hitting the like button. I will highly appreciate that. And if, and this is the biggie, if we will exceeded 1,000 likes on this video, I will know that you want and I have a real reason to create an auditorium for this build. You know what I mean? So I will highly appreciate that if you hit the like button for this build, if you of course like it, and if you want to see or get the auditorium for this build, and then I will start working on it. And of course, if you are new here or new to the channel, you're more than welcome to check out some of my creations. You can see that I'm creating some very unique designs, something that is not the ordinary. I usually don't build like houses and stuff like that, but I do create new places to work, like gas stations and malls and shops, like wedding dresses shop and like restaurants that your Sims can go over there to enjoy a night out, or they can actually own them. And I create those things. So you're more than welcome to go and check out some other my creations and subscribe to the channels. One channel, just this one. Subscribe to the channel for more builds just like this in the future, and hit the bell notification, people. I noticed that even people who do make sure that the bell notification is working for them sometimes do not get the notifications. So if you're not hitting the bell notifications, there is a good chance that you're not gonna know that I don't know, making new builds or making new content for you. So make sure to hit the bell notification button, because that is actually increasing the chance that you notice of a new content being released on the channel. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of the, well, basically the tour, and I'll see you again at the next video. Until the next time, keep that since party going for me. RGeetect is signing out.